Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Here we are again. Glad you're here. So we're going to do a little work on our grungy, crunchy, fun journal. So here is the cover. I'm just going to take these out. I just kind of set them in. So here's the cover. After we got it all glued together, it is actually quite sturdy. You can see some of the glue kind of came out the edges. I don't care. I really don't care. This can be messy and grungy and gross, and there can be glue spots and things. So I want to get it a little bit more flexible. It probably will as we work with this a little bit. But I had an idea. Where did I put it? I grabbed some things. I'll talk about them in a moment. So I'm thinking, it was in that grungy bath that we did. I'm thinking this could be cool on the back for a pocket. And since we haven't done anything else, going to do it soon. But then I was thinking about it, and I want to do like messy stitches and not just glue it in. So I'm going to stitch it in here. But then I thought, oh, do I want to add some fibers to the back and some scraps? And we have some, but then I was thinking maybe I need a few more because I want to add some other fabric and different textures into the book too. So that being said, we need to dye a few things. So I'm going to throw some stuff into a dye bath here really quick. I just grabbed some old coffee. We're just going to do a coffee dunk here. I'm going to throw some stuff in that I grabbed because I'm like, hey, why not? So these are just some leftover cotton strips. I was making some snippet rolls, so I had some bits left over. So I'm going to ball these up and rubber band them just to maybe give some other, okay, I'm not going to use that rubber band apparently. You know what I'll use? I'm going to use one of these strings then, because they are also something that I'm going to be dyeing. So this is some leftover bits of wool thread. It's very light. I would wish it to not be so light. So I am going to just use this to crumple this up then, since that's what we got happening. And then maybe I can just tuck the end in here. Maybe we'll get some kind of variations in our situation. So that's going to go in here. I grabbed some other little fibers here to kind of add to our project. I was going through some of my bins and I was like, I need some darker colors, some grungier stuff, but that's all fine. Maybe I'll stick a piece of this twine in here too, just for funsies. This was wrapped around a bundle of stuff that I was given. You know, I'm going to leave that knot. Maybe we'll just use it as is. So that's going to go in there. I've just got some paper scraps. I have some of these little Rolodex things. And I'm layering these once again. These are filter papers that I got from my sister, who their school was cleaning out some cupboards and they didn't want some stuff. I've got some other fabric bits that I decided to just toss in here too. This is my container that I put old coffee in. Like if I don't drink all the coffee from our coffee. So it's not like concentrated, it's just regular coffee. Day old coffee. I'm just going to put this in here. And then I grabbed some more coffee granules too. So some of these fabrics probably not going to pull up stuff very good, but it is what it is. And now I'm just going to sprinkle a few extra. This is freeze-dried coffee. Let's see. This is fine. So this I'm not going to throw in here because it's already good. This is an eco dye that I did that I thought was really nice and grungy. So we're going to put that in here. This is an old quilt block, but I liked it. So that's going to go in here too. And I have this piece of cotton, which I think I'm going to cut a little bit. and tear. So we have some other variations and some things. Let's put this in here. We'll put a couple more of these guys in here. So I'm just gonna let this all soak up stuff a bit. I'm gonna pour a little more coffee in here. I don't care if I'm messy. It's part of what we doing. We want it to be grungy. This is a piece of some Tim Holtz fabric that I have. I'm curious to see what'll happen if we do that. Some more little scraps and strips. Let's put some more of these guys in. A little sprinkle here and there. I also have some, now some people may not like this, but these are some vintage and antique fabric scraps or pieces of old clothing that I had gotten in a bin of junk that nobody wanted. So this was probably like a cuff that you could pin on to something else, either a collar or a wrist or something. It's going in. It's going in. So that's going in. Let's put another splash of coffee in. And do little sprinkles. And let's do some more of these guys. And I have one of these. This is like a handmade paper. Put that in there. So I'm just kind of throwing some stuff in. This is an old handkerchief. It's torn, but it's got some good texture. We're going to throw that in there. And a couple more of these. And this. We're getting toward the end of what I have here. This is another cuff that was cut off of something, but I like it. This is probably handmade lace. Probably. It's so pretty, and it is gonna still, it's gonna get a new life. Maybe some of it'll be used in this grungy journal, maybe not. And then I have this beautiful lace. Let's see. I don't want to dye all of this. Some of it I want to stay cream. I wonder if this isn't from a wedding dress or something. Because these look like maybe rings or something. I don't know. All right, so we're going to put those in there. Give another little sprinkle. And we probably have enough liquid in here. Let's find out. We're going to give it a little... Close it. This is this is a Chinese food container, and these work great for holding your stuff. I think it's probably good. We'll see how everything absorbs after a bit, and yeah, that should be good to go. I think, yeah, all of that is starting to soak in. We'll see if these, you know what I might do, I might just spritz the top with a little bit of water, just to maybe activate that coffee a little bit. That might look really cool. Okay, so there we go. So we're gonna let this sit and get gross. I mean, not gross. I mean, it is, some people might not like this. They might think it's gross and they don't like it. This is our grungy, another little grungy dye that we're doing. So what I'm going to do is set these off to the side, and then I'll come back and we'll do the next part of what we're working on today. So next, what we're going to do, I'm going to set these guys, kind of tuck those up there because we're not going to need those really. we are going to do a little bit in our signatures since we can't glue them in yet or stitch them in yet, because I am going to stitch these in. This is going to get stitched in too. So we'll set that off to the side. Actually, we'll set all of this off to the side for now. So our signatures here, I had some leftover gesso from doing the tiny book page the other day, and I didn't want the rest of the paint to go to waste. So what I did was I started just smearing some of the paint here and there and making some marks to get this even more grungy. And remember, this was all white, so I kind of just with my fingers rubbed some paint on there. This one can probably use a few more things, so we're gonna do that. This one, this signature here, I think is good. So I'll show you what we did. Let me make sure I'm in frame here. Okay. So I used the gesso and just those circles and started every few pages or so, put some paint on it and to just make some marks and give some background contrast. You can see my fingerprints there. Some more of those circles. And then this one I tried to get on the edges, and then I realized when I folded it back, it got paint on there. So then I smeared it and I was like, oh, that looks really nice too. So then I just kind of smeared it around some more too. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take our pages and we're gonna add some more kind of texture, add some paint, make them a little bit more grungy and messy. So this is just black gesso because it's matte. I don't want to have like, I don't want the stuff that I'm putting in here to be shiny. So I just put some gesso on here. I have this circle. I wonder if I have a smaller one someplace. I did grab a couple other things to make some marks. I have a little, this tool, and then this. I think this was originally an ice scraper, like a free ice scraper. So I'm gonna see, it's got like these funny teeth on this side. So I'm gonna see if we can make some fun marks with that too. So yeah, let's go ahead and just start making this a little bit more grungy, add some stuff here and there. Some pages we're not gonna do anything to. I'm really curious. Just gonna spread my paint out a little bit here. You know what? Let's just start doing some things. I just want to get some more grunginess. So it's okay to be messy. This is just, we're going to free ourselves of stuff today. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to be free and enjoy just being a little messy and being a little fun. I think, might be a lot. Just kind of getting some marks in places and doing some things. So I did some here, it looks like. So I'm gonna just see what this thing looks like. Oh, that's kind of cool. If we can get more of the teeth. Oh, I know what I have that might be interesting. I wonder where I put those. So let's see, because I don't want just that up there. I want some more of the teeth part. Not working so good. Okay, that's fine. That's what we find out when we're doing some of these things. We find out what works and what doesn't. I have these, and I'm curious to see how they'll work. Okay, these are, I almost forgot I had these. I need to use these more often. These are texture tools from Ranger. I do not remember when I got them or anything. But they are supposed to make some cool marks and things, and so let's try it out. They're like little acrylic things, and they're different types of texture here. So let's go ahead and see. And you can use them with different types of pastes and things. So let's go ahead and try them out. I'm gonna try that one. They're numbered too. They say texture tool number 4 or 3 or things like that. Some of them it's clearly going to work for thicker things, but because we're having paint, let's just try it out. And I think what we'll need to do is put a blob of paint on, and then, yeah, it might work better with actual texture paste, but that's okay. We're experimenting. I don't hate that though, actually. So we'll let that dry a little. This side is good. That side is okay. We'll probably do more with this page later. That goes in there. Okay, dry. That's fine. That's got some stuff on it. Let's see. I'm just gonna wipe off my, oh, that's cool. Don't close. Here, let's do this. Might as well make it useful, right? All right, so we know that one doesn't really, it kind of works on the fabric though, which is kind of cool. So that's nice. We know that. That's a thing we know. Okay, maybe if we have a little less on here, that could do it. Let's see. Let's try this again. I'm gonna put it on here and see what happens. It's good to try things, guys, because you never know. Oh, see, I like that. That's kind of cool. Okay, I dig it. That looks cool. That looks cool. Okay. So we're gonna do more stuff to this book yet too. So we're gonna make all kinds of fun junk. Okay. So you guys need to dry a little. Next. All right. Some of the pages we're not going to do any, that is so cool that how that died. And let's get something on here. May not seem like we know where we're going yet. And in a way we don't, but that's okay. Let's take you. Okay. So it's on fabric, so, oh, and it soaked through. That's kind of fun. I like that. So we'll leave that. Let's do a little in here. Let's try one of these guys. Oh, that's fun. I like it. Okay, so I just dipped the edge in like this to do that. See if we can make it come down to the edge. Nice. Okay. Okay, that's cool. We like that. What do we want on here? cool. Let's do a little. And then let's do this. It's kind of fun. We'll have to open these up so they all dry though. Let's see, what else do we want to try and do? Do we want to make other designs here? Whoa. Maybe we'll leave this, or maybe do the bottom a little here. Let's do that. Getting messy. I love it. Oh, had some stuff on my thingies. Let's do another, let's try this guy. Okay. Probably thinking, what are we doing? What are you doing? I don't, you know, it's kind of like an experiment to see what we can do with things more than anything else. And we're making some background textures. Yeah, we're just living our best grungy life right now. Let's see, I'm looking around to see if I have anything else that might make some fun marks that I have on my table at the moment. I don't know that I do. Maybe, hold that thought. There we go. I like that. Okay. So I just took my marker sitting here. Okay. And then that should be good. So I'm gonna blot that onto another page. Cool. All right, then we're gonna, this is that full signature, so this one's fine. Then we need to put this one back together so we know how it went, where it went, that way. And then this, is this here? Now I'm gonna have to probably look back and see how this one went together because I don't remember. I don't remember how it went now. Ah. Is this in the middle? Maybe it was. I don't know. Yes, I think it was. Okay, I think it was kind of like that. So, that is okay. Last one. This might not be everybody's cup of tea, and that's all right. This is upside down. This way? Yeah, this way. Okay, I'm not going to do anything with this one. Let's do, do we want to do anything else? I'm just looking to see if I have any stencils handy or anything like that, or if I just want to stick to kind of irregular. I think I want to just keep it irregular. Yeah. Got a few spotties on this one. Is this how it... Oh. Okay. That is cool. We're going to do some stuff for the next portion here after a bit too. Got some ideas. We're going to do some things to some of the pages, glue some things on here and there. I can see how these would be interesting through texture paste. Like if you have to spread your texture paste to really make it interesting. This guy. See, I'm not going to overthink this stuff very much. I just kind of want to make some marks. We're going to go from here. We're going to take it to the next level after this. So we're not done, clearly, with this little journal. We got lots to go. Are you guys making a grungy junky journal in some way? Imagine what this would look like if you did all like pinks. If you did like kind of tatty pink stuff with pink splatters, or like with an accent color where you went like pink and teal or something like that. Think of how fun that might be. Might be really, really fun. Uh-oh, that ripped. We'll fix it later. They're just going to add more character to everything. It'll be fine. It will be fine. Let's do. Ooh, okay. I like that. Definitely going to have to clean off my desk today. Give it a little wipe down. Okay, let's see what we got. So there's our 4 signatures. I feel like I've got paint on my fingers, so we're going to get painty even more. So I just don't want anything to be wet enough that it's sticking. So I'm just going to open this up, double check nothing is sticking. So that looks good. I think I'll set it like that to dry. Let's check you, friend. Because some places it's going to take a little bit longer. I need something here, I think. Okay. See, we're sticking a little. Okay. I love that, actually. That it did stick like that there. It's kind of cool. Oh, look at that image that kind of came right there. That's cool. Still drying. Yeah, there's a couple damp spots there. So we're going to set this one here. I'm putting my paper clip in between the signatures so I know where the start and end is of each one. Now, I think we added some to this one too. See. Yeah, oh yeah, that's wet for sure yet. There we go. Okay, so that's what we got for today, and I have paint left over. So what am I going to do with that? These will need to be washed because they're dirty. Well, not dirty, they're painty, and I don't want that to stay on those. Gotta wash that, gotta wash that. Okay, let's use up this on something. What can I use it up on? Let's see. Okay, let's get it on this a little bit. So if I have leftover paint or gesso or things like that, instead of just throwing it away, I try and use it in some other application. And sometimes I'll just have one of my mixed media journals down, and then basically it's like I'm starting to prep some of my backgrounds by just making some marks or throwing some paint in with the paintbrush or my fingers, or I'll grab a stencil, whatever. But I know that this grungy piece of paper had that big kind of kids artwork that I'm, while cute, not what I want to use, but I like how this is covering it and leaving some of the color behind, so that's cool. I like that. Okay, I think we got just about everything here. So there we have it. We got nice and messy today. We made some stuff from our dye bath. I will probably, because I don't know how long this is and I don't want it to be like super long, I will probably pull that stuff, let it dry, and then show the coffee dyed stuff in the next video. So I'm gonna leave it here. But what did we do today? We talked about our journal cover, that we need some fabrics and fibers before we can sew that pocket in, before we can put our signatures in. We did a little background work on our signatures to make them more grungy, more messed up. And then I'm gonna do one more thing to these guys before they get put into the journal. So I'm gonna show you another way to distress some things. So we're gonna bring the hammer down on these. Like, I'm literally gonna use a hammer, some other tools to really junk up these pages and get them really messed up. And it is a technique I have used before too. So I'm gonna show you guys that in the next one. So I hope you guys are liking this. Leave me a comment. If there's any weird kind of grungy techniques that you want to see for this specific journal as I go through the process of making it. If there's other stuff that you guys would like to see in some other videos too, please let me know. I do read everybody's comments. I try and get to them pretty regularly. And yeah, I love chatting. I love sharing information and knowledge and being creative together with you guys. So anyway, I hope you have a great day. I hope things are going well for you. Don't forget, just have a play, do something that's a little freeing, make a mess, and art with your heart. Have a great day, guys.